Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the energy on my mind. Right now, I want to try to tune into you, person that might find this. See what message is here for you. If you don't resonate with this reading, check out one of my playlists. I have a bunch of them. You might find your message there. Readings are timeless and you find them when you're meant to. But let's see if we can tune in to your current energy. Let's see what message might be here for you. Show me the energy of the person that this message is for. The High Priestess. Oh. Show me a little more. Why is the High Priestess here? Well, you might be on a journey of healing. So, you could feel like up to this point, you've been giving all your energy, love, doing everything within your power to make everyone else around you comfortable, happy. You may have even sacrificed or feel that you sacrificed certain dreams along your path for others. This could represent family members, lovers, children. It's people that I feel, instead of working on yourself, like you put things on hold to work on things for these energies. Okay? This could also represent an actual job if it's not people for you. This Three of Pentacles sometimes also represents the work that we do on ourselves. And I almost feel like you've changed in a way where you're literally shedding the old skin, coming out of yourself, finding yourself. Some of you might feel a new version of yourself, a better version of what you feel you can be. And I feel like these are here because you're done. Either someone has betrayed you, or you feel like the people that you gave all this attention to up to this point haven't even like given a thank you. Some of them maybe. I see you here cutting off people, relationships. For some of you, this is like leaving a job or something that has made you feel unfulfilled. Whatever you were holding on to, it's like you're releasing it. So I feel like you're being represented by this High Priestess for a few reasons. You're finally starting to trust your inner voice. For some of you, you may have reestablished or found a relationship with what you feel is a higher power, which could be actually giving you strength that you didn't feel you had before. For some of you, it's a power from within. It's your own inner strength of self-knowing, like trusting your own voice, which I feel for some of you that might be what your biggest struggle has been, like trusting your own voice. Some of you may have actually met a person or crossed paths with an actual person that planted a seed that kind of guided you on this path. But you're definitely shedding an old skin, becoming a new version of yourself, and releasing things that at one time you felt you couldn't or shouldn't let go of. Some of you felt a moral obligation But I see you here releasing that. So if you are resonating with this, what does my person need to know? Or like, what is like the message that they're hoping to find by finding this reading? Some of you just, I guess, need clarification or that extra little like, hey, you're on the right path. You do have to end some things in order to begin a new path. For some of you need to hear that. You have to make that choice. Some of you already have made that choice, and you're maybe... Don't doubt yourself. You need to trust yourself. That's what this card is about. That you are a powerful spirit, and that the voice within is a voice you can trust. So, what advice or what do we want to leave our person with, our energy that might find this and resonate? Okay, so some of you might be with these coins here, this could represent for some of you actual money. For some of you, this is talking about how if you have been feeling financially burdened, emotionally, spiritually, physically drained, that's gonna end. Or as you move forward, for me, these pentacles have to do with, yes, they're coins attached to, they can be attached to physical coin, money in the material world. But I also attach this type of energy with stability. It's solid. I trust it. Like, it's dependable. It's mature. So, for some of you, this is letting you know that as you move forward on your path, the seeds that you're planting, the more you heal, the more you trust yourself, right? The more you heal, the more stable you'll become. For some of you, these are actual people in your life that if you couldn't depend on them before, or if you were healing and not in a place to be open to this type of energy, that you will be, okay? This for me represents stability, to trust the path that you're on, and to be patient with yourself also. This is the Knight of coin. This is a noble energy, virtuous, but they take their time. So also be patient with yourself. If you're rebuilding or you're healing, be patient with yourself, and you will be celebrated. All right, your hard work will be noticed, not just by your own self, but by others. So that for some of you, this could lead, whatever this healing is that you've been doing, could lead you towards a path where you will help others. For some of you, you might be an intuitive. Maybe you read tarot, or you're spiritual, or you're a healer, okay? For some of you. And if it's not to heal others, it's to heal yourself, which I absolutely believe we all have the power to do. We are our own healers, for sure. And this coming out here, the message that you might be needing to hear is to trust the process, to keep moving forward, and to make choices, to trust your choices. Trust your choices and don't look back. Whatever choice you make, it can't be wrong. You are where you're supposed to be. Like, you're where you're at for a reason. You went through the things you went through for a reason. This Fool, sometimes I feel like they feel invisible. So if in the past you have felt like like you're in a room of people, but you're the only person there, or you can be transparent, okay? If that's your desire. Like, if you felt like you had to hide before, you're allowed to voice your, like, what you feel within. You don't have to carry these things from the past that at one time, our shadow self is nothing to be scared of or ashamed of. It's something we have to embrace in order to truly evolve. Like, when I talk about in some of my videos about my meditation techniques and stuff, meditation is a way to calm the mind. It's a way to deal with everyday aggravations, or like the turmoil in our own mind, the things that make us feel like we don't exist sometimes in the world, or make us question existence in itself, become easier and more, like, instead of making you feel like, oh, I don't have any of these answers, I don't understand, or like, I need to know everything, I need to feel like I understand, you know, the deeper connections, why am I here? It kind of puts you in a place where you realize, like, we don't need all the answers. Not all questions are meant to be answered, and it just calms us down, and it helps us along our path to enjoy it more in itself. But to truly level up and evolve to, like, a higher form of self, we have to face our darker self, our shadow self, sometimes the things that we are scared to face. So you might be at this place on your journey where you feel like you're starting over again, but in reality, like, you've already come so far. For me, the Fool, it's the beginning of the journey, but the Fool is not a number. It's a 0 card, right? So, like, sometimes I look at it like it's the beginning or the end. It depends on the person. For some of us, we start the Fool and we end with the World. We have a completion. We level up. We become a new version of ourselves. Someone that who has balanced out the good and the bad within, that isn't scared to face the shadow self, isn't ashamed of the things that brought them to this place, able to embrace it, to become one with it, because the light can't exist without the darkness, kind of thing. And that's not something to feel foolish about, or to hide, or to feel like you have to hide from anyone. You also don't actually have to shout it from the rooftops either, because there is, when you reach that level of self, like, you become humble in a way, right? You might feel like you've had this, like, you've been through a lot of stuff, heavy duty things. Like, you could have gone through, like, very specific incidents that affect the path that you've taken up to this point, were the reasons why you put up with so much that we saw back here up to this point. You could feel like you're starting over, but in a way, you've reached a whole new level of yourself, okay? So, if you wanted, like, a good omen of things for the future, it's here. There's oh, look, and under that is even the 10 of coin. Like, there's good things in the future, but don't If you usually overthink things, make your choice with a naive outlook, like a childlike mind, all right? But not an immature mind. Think about the future you want to create for yourself, and don't just sit there like it's going to manifest itself, okay? You have to take action, do work, continue to do the work that you've been doing, not only for your mind, but for your body. All right? If you needed to hear that. And don't, if you're in a place where you're feeling like you're going to be judged for these things, or you're having trouble with facing the shadow self, don't forget to trust yourself, your inner voice, first and foremost. But this card could be here because maybe if there wasn't an actual person that was guiding you on your path, this could suggest that maybe you should be open to that idea. Alright guys, that's what I see there. And I hope this was helpful if you did resonate. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. That's how you support me and what I do here. Or if you want to donate to me, you can buy me a coffee. If you want a personal reading, you can send me an email. That info is in my description. If you want to support me in the algorithm, but you have nothing to say, you can leave a heart or a fly emoji. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you next time.